Hello beautiful people and welcome to the channel Life After Narc. My name's Debbie and I talk about all things to do with narcissistic, abusive and toxic relationships, as well as looking at healing from them. And today's video, feeling happy after the narc. Yes, that sounds like a bit of a contradiction, doesn't it? But I am going to show you that it is possible to feel happy after the narc. First of all, if you enjoy the video, please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends, family, anyone who you think may benefit. It would really help to get the word out there about narcissism and narcissistic and abusive and toxic relationships, because I believe that many more people need to learn about this kind of behavior to help them in their life choices. So, feeling happy after the narc. Either you left them or they left you. And this has changed your life completely. You don't know what's next. All you know is that you are sad, depressed, crying, alone, confused. Perhaps you've lost your self-worth, your self-confidence. You may have lost friends. You may have lost family members. And if you have children, this is probably going to be even worse for you. But I want you guys to know that you can heal after this relationship. I know it was awful. I know it was. I was there. I was in that relationship. I was in that place where the relationship ended, and all of a sudden he abruptly left me without any real warning, without any discussion. He was gone. Now, I'm not saying that my situation was any easier or harder than your situation. We all have our own situations to deal with, and each one is just as important and just as difficult. The narcissist took everything away from you. My narcissist took 12 years of my life, and then the last 15 months of my life while I've been going through my healing process. They used you for everything that you had, whether that was your body, your mind, your money, your car, your home, whatever it was that you had. They used you for that. And back in the day when I was young, they called them users. And now we have named them narcissists or narcissistic personality types. And don't forget, that's the reality. You were with a narcissist. And these people don't care about anybody but themselves. That's it. Nobody else in the world matters but them. They are egotistical. They live in this world within their head, and none of them will ever admit that they're narcissists. They don't believe they are. They will probably call you a narcissist, in fact. And this is where you start your journey. That's what happened to me. Mine called me a narcissist. I was like, what on earth? As far as I'm concerned, a narcissist is Narcissus who was looking in the pond at his own reflection and then turned to stone. And when I looked up the term and discovered what it's all about, this is where I am today. Your world has crumbled. Everything you know and have known is gone. They future faked you. They promised you things, and you believed that this was going to happen in your life, that you were going to be with them forever, that you were going to have a house and a life and children and a car and sit together watching the sunsets of an evening. But I want you to know that you're through the worst part. The worst part is now over, and that is the leaving. That is that initial time, that initial decision that either you made, excuse me, or that now you're left with. You can get through this. I promise you can. Now, if I could, and I have bipolar disorder, if I could get through this, you can. I had very little support around me physically at the time. I, of course, had my mom. My dad had just died, so unfortunately he wasn't around. I had my sister, and I had one or two close friends, but the vast majority of what I was going through, I went through on my own. And you may be doing the same thing, but you're not alone. We are with you. I'm with you. I'm behind you all the way, and hopefully I'm lifting you up and carrying you till you get to that place where you find yourself again, because you've lost yourself. You've lost who you were. Before the relationship started, you were one person. During the relationship, you were another person, and now after the relationship, you have a chance to become a third person, a better version of who you were before, and taking all those things that you learned from that horrible relationship that you were in and putting them into the new version of yourself. Now, it may not only be you, as I said, that is suffering from this. You may have children. You may have to sell your home. You may have to move. You may have pets or animals that you need to sort out. And I understand that this can be incredibly difficult. I am unlucky that I could not have children. But I do have my cats, and I kept them because he asked me if he could take one, and I flatly refused. Although that cat has since gone missing, and I can believe what I want to believe around that, but will I ever find out the truth? Probably not. So you will need all the help that you can get, but more importantly, you will need to help yourself. And by watching this video and videos like this, and reading books and finding out about narcissism and how it actually works and how it affects us in our lives as empaths, you will realize that you are not to blame. You will be able to get through this. You will be able to heal. I'm at a place now where I'm happy and I feel reborn. And even though there are still things happening in my life at the moment that are untoward, that are difficult for me to get through, that are separate from the narcissistic relationship, I still know that I can handle it. If I could handle my father's death and then my husband leaving straight after, I can handle anything, and so can you, believe me. So how do you get through this? How do you find yourself in a better situation, in a happier situation? You're not going to like this answer, but the answer is time. I know, we all want a pill to fix this, don't we? And indeed, if you do need medical assistance, please see your doctor, your GP, whomever you need to, in order to get that assistance. Okay, I did. And there is nothing wrong. There's no need to be embarrassed about it. There really isn't. If you need that little pill to help you at the moment, go for it. Really, go for it. You have to put yourself first right now. As I said, it's taken me nearly 15 months to find this part of myself, to find that I am actually a worthy person. I deserve to be loved. And I was too good for him, far too good. And you were too good for them. You need to remember that. You were far better than they ever will be. I'm in therapy. Yes, I know we all don't have access to therapy, and it can be quite expensive. I'm lucky. I have somebody supporting me along those lines. But there are groups out there, there are charities that can help you with that. See your doctor. Try and get referred to your mental health team if you can, if you're in the UK. And don't forget, if you need to, there is always Samaritans. 116 123 is the number here in the UK. If you are feeling the need to talk to somebody, and they will listen to you with no judgment. And again, there is no shame in phoning people like that to help you. I have many times, and it helps. It really does help to speak to somebody about this, because you're probably going to get to a state where your friends don't want to listen to you anymore. They're sick of it, and that's fine. You need to do what you need to do to heal. And if that means speaking to a stranger down the phone, do it. There are charities and different organizations that you can contact to help you as well with different courses. The one that I've been doing is the Freedom Program through a local charity called the Elm Foundation. There's Women's Aid, there's Refuge, and there are probably ones in your area as well. So seek them out. Please seek them out. Google is your friend. The biggest problem that you're going to have through all of this is the grief process, because you are grieving. You have lost something in your life that you thought was forever. You thought, this is it, this is where I'm going to be for the rest of my life. And it turns out that that was fake, that was false, that this person didn't have your best interests at heart. They only had their interests at heart. So some of the emotions that you're going to experience are denial, anger, depression, bargaining. You'll be bargaining with God, with whomever, whichever deity you choose to worship, or whomever you choose to speak to is, why did this happen? What, can't I have them back? Can't I go back in time? Don't go back in time, because you're going to have to go through it all over again. Sadness, guilt. You'll feel guilt that you did something wrong. You didn't. You did nothing wrong at all. You were fooled. You were conned. This person was a con man or a con woman. You'll go through shock of, whoa, what's just happened in this situation? Panic as you try to find where to go to next. What happens next? Pain. The emotional pain that you go through with this kind of situation builds up in the body and creates physical pain. And people have been known to pass over heartache and heartbreak. So know that you are in pain, but you can heal. You can and you will heal. Isolation as well. You may feel isolated because if, like my narcissist, they basically took away your friends, not actually physically took them away, but they isolated you in a place and didn't want you to see your friends or socialize with your friends anymore. So you may feel that alone, and you may well feel too afraid to go out on your own just in case they're there. So you'll be hypervigilant around that. And finally, acceptance. Acceptance that it's over, that it's done, that there is no going back. And I know that's hard, because you're going to want to go back and you're going to be so confused and think, but everything was so good at the beginning. It was all so good. But then things quickly changed, didn't they? They did change. And you were abused, whether emotionally, mentally, physically, or sexually. And you don't deserve that. Nobody does. Nobody does. And if you have children, they don't deserve to see or experience that either. You deserve to be treated with respect and dignity, like the wonderful human being that you are. Don't allow this person back into your life. They may well try to hoover you and suck you back in. Once they see that you're doing well and think, oh, hang on, I can get new supply from this person, because look at them, they are excelling in what they do. They're moving forwards with their life. Don't fall for it. They will only do the same thing again. Remember, guys, the leopard never changes its spots. It really doesn't. And although we would love to believe that everything would be okay and we could go back, the cracks will show very, very quickly. I want you to think of rising like the phoenix out of the ashes. And there's a poem by Maya Angelou, which I'm going to link in the description box below, called Still I Rise. And still you will rise. And you are rising. You are rising above the adversity, the pain, the hardship, the aches, the horrific situation, the horrific treatment that you've experienced. You are rising and you will get better. Yes, it's taken me 15 months to get to this place. And I can tell you, I have a smile on my face every day. Every day I look at my options and I think, you know what? Today I don't have to have somebody calling me names. I don't have to have somebody singing a song to me that is, you know, abusive, that is embarrassing. I'm me, and I can be me, and you can be you. So, if you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends, family, anyone who you think may benefit. Hope to see you next time. Blessed be.